Sunday footy half-time when we've got no time to talk and you two chose just to thrash it out over the obstruction rule. How we all good?
I told you not to ask.
I poked the bear.
It's on the list here, obstruction rule.
Yeah,
what do you think?
We're going to talk about it again. Valid argument. It's caused a lot of debate on the back of it. There were two tries in particular from that one. Can you imagine any changes will come from the scrutiny that's been put on it?
I will say this. Forget about the rules or the interpretation that all these young people come up with today, all right? I have said since day one, and I've advised the referees on this a number of times, you are making a rod for your own back if you keep sending this to the bunker, because it is a different perception and it is a different scrutiny on the play than in the rest of the play. We have the same play being dealt with differently if it's dealt with on the on-field or it's dealt with by the bunker, all right? If Kennedy gets tackled there and there's no try, we never hear about that incident again. It never sees the light of day. If Dufty is tackled rather than scoring the try, we never hear about it again. Number two, if both were awarded tries and it never went to the bunker, we would hear about neither again. Neither would even be raised again. No one would say, oh, there was an obstruction there that they missed. And number three, no captain would have challenged it. Or maybe one. But no captain would have challenged it. All right? So what they've done is they've created a drama out of the system that they've got. Those incidents happen 50 times during a game. Plenty of times players are catching the ball on the inside shoulder. Plenty of times there's a little nudge or bloke. But because the player gets tackled, there's no try.
So what are you proposing? That just the referee on the field makes a decision?
Let the referee deal with it. Let the referee deal with it. If it's so obvious the referee blows an obstruction penalty, or if the captain's really unhappy, send it to a challenge then. But don't be going back every time a try is scored and saying, check that. Because what happens when they check that, then it's, oh, we'll get a slide rule. And we'll
don't you reckon there's got to be onus on the attacking side to get it right? There has to be, Gus. There has to be onus on the attacking side.
Tell me this. All right. I'm an attacking player. Yep. I'm running into you three bullheads, all right? Why does the rule tell me where I have to run?
Because that's the whole idea.
That's not the rule. There's no rule.
You want to create a 3-on-2 on the outside, do you not, or a 2-on-1? Isn't that the whole idea of you running through?
What?
You want to create on the edge of the field a 2-on-1 opportunity.
I'm trying to draw. I'm either trying to run into a hole, or I'm trying to make the defence move so someone else can do something.
Exactly. To create space on the outside.
But I don't have to run at an inside shoulder.
Yeah, but if you don't run at the inside shoulder, you run the outside shoulder. You take away the integrity of the defensive line.
Stop right there. There's his outside shoulder. I'll run at his inside shoulder, which is your outside shoulder. And if I run at your inside shoulder, it's his outside shoulder. Eventually, I'm going to reach. All that inside-outside shoulder is rubbish.
It's rubbish. It's not rubbish.
It is rubbish.
It's not rubbish.
They make it really simple. You make it really simple. If I've got the ball, I can run where the hell I like. You've got to accommodate it. All right, you've got to defend it, and you defend it.
If you've got the ball, yes.
You defend it on what shoulder?
I agree.
Now, if you're
a little bloke, wherever you want.
Right, Paul. If you're a little bloke tackling one of these big edge players coming outside in, you really want to tackle him with your inside shoulder? No. They want to get him with their outside shoulder. That's why they line up inside of him. The defender puts himself inside a lot of the time. It's not the player running onto the ball, running at his outside shoulder. It's the little bloke thinking, well, that's my best chance of tackling him. I'll get there. So I'll commit myself on the inside. Then when he doesn't get the ball, all of a sudden he's got to disappear so I can run off and get the next bloke. When you've got no intention of doing so either. I'll go through this a million times over. If you don't send it to the bunker... Listen, we haven't got a problem.
You're a very good arguer, but you need to go back to we need to go back to the rules. The rules are you need to run the inside shoulder or you need to catch the ball outside.
How can you have a rule that you have to, whoever came up with that should be locked away and never fed again? Never fed.
Well, that's what.
Not fed. Allowed to rot in jail.
So what do you want to go on interpretations? You're sitting here saying that no two people can agree on one thing. Interpretations, people.
I'm agreeing with myself. That's all I need. I'm just saying. What person ever come up with a rule that I must run at his inside shoulder? How stupid. What if he's got a bad left shoulder? What if that shoulder's bad? Why can't I run at that one?
You can run at that one.
Why can't I run over him because he's little?
You can.
Why do I have to run at his inside shoulder?
You can if you have the ball.
Who told me I had to do that? Who made up that ridiculous rule that I've got to run at his inside shoulder?
What's the committee? What's the committee called?
The competition committee.
The competition committee.
And that's right. Where
Now, Graham
I'm telling you. Forget about the rule. Forget about the rule.
You can't forget about the rules, Gus. You're very good at arguing. You're very good. I'll give you that. But you're just talking. You need to go back to the rules.
I'm not talking. I'm talking sense.
You're just talking.
I'm talking sense.
But you're not, because the rules are the rules.
I'm talking sense. Nowhere in history has there ever been a rule where I can run when I run the ball. And if I don't get the ball, it's up to you to decide what you want to do about it. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What that was done was to save the referees from embarrassment or because they didn't understand the rule either. They wanted a black and white interpretation that they could rule the same way every time. The problem is, we'll see that happen 50 times in a game. Because no try is scored, nothing is ever done about it. Now a try is scored, no one has seen the obstruction. When those 2 tries were scored, no one on earth had seen an obstruction. No one. Until he said, I'll go back and check that. He even called one a try. He said, go back and check that. Now everyone has a second opinion. Oh, was he here? Was he there? Did he? He might have been wanting to do that, and he was talking to him. Then they want to get inside their heads and say, he didn't have a choice.
Black and white? Don't you think we should
We've
make
got a
black
bloke
and
in the bunker trying to tell me what Ben Hunt was thinking.
But why should we not?
In the bunker trying to tell me.
Okay, answer this. Why should we not make it black and white for the referees?
You, your little mate Wade Graham and your little mate Greg Bird used to milk penalties. Unbelievable.
Have you
used this obstruction rule for your own benefit.
You're bringing up Greg Bird.
Yeah.
That's 2008.
The Crash Brothers. The Crash Brothers.
My
were
God.
cheats. You would make fools of referees. You'd make fools of referees, and there are plenty of good players around that do it. Wade Graham still do it. All right, just run it, get knocked down, get a penalty.
I want to see. Can you run a gal to show me what you mean? Run a gal and show me what you mean.
I just step him around.
Now, has Graham Annesley been asked about this?
So I talked to Graham Annesley about it today, and I said, what do you think about it? And he said, when he came back as head of football, he went to a competition committee, and he said, I want to get rid of the whole inside shoulder stuff. And you know who wanted it? You know who wanted it? The coaches.
Eh?
The coaches.
Of course they do. You know why? They use it as a defence. The coaches are using it as an extra defender. The bunker is their best defender. He's the 14th man on the field. All right? So what we'll do is, if we can't defend the play, run up and get knocked down by somebody, scream at the referee, get Gal to go up to his face and say, sir, the rule is this and this and this. Oh, yeah, well, check it on the bunker, and the bunker bloke's up there, he doesn't know what to do. Slide rule. Oh, yeah, we can disallow that one. They're disallowing tries on a 1% chance.
You've got the points tonight for argument. Because you've been telling you, the rules are still the rules.
Started yet. Give me 3 hours.
The rules are the rules, and we've got to get them right.
I'll take you outside for a coaching lesson.
They need to be as black and white as they can for the referees to take pressure off.
Okay.
You people have been fooling referees for years.
I was actually going.
You and your little mates. You're making a mockery.
I can't believe you've gone back to Greg Bird.
They're making a mockery of the rules. It's a 14th defender. Of course the coaches. Why do we let the coaches near the rule book?
I agree.
I agree. Why is Graham Annesley asking the coaches?
Exactly. I'm telling you what he told me today.
All this insight. I know where it come from, baby. I know who did it. I know who did it.